Hello, Carrie. Sorry it took me a week almost to get this out to you. It's been a crazy week. I hope you are feeling better. I did see the pictures that Sarah sent me that you're doing better. So that sucks. It sucks. I originally was going to keep the order of the cards, but because it's been a week, I don't really remember. And plus, it's been a week, so not that, the reading should be similar. I don't know how much you remember of the reading. I do remember you getting a lot of pentacles, kind of suggesting a brand new start, but that it wasn't going to be, it was going to take some time. There was going to be some time in between. So we'll see what comes up. And then I just like to shuffle. I know it's kind of a pain, but I like to shuffle so you know that I didn't just come up with this random bunch of cards. I did kind of look and see the cards that originally came up, but because it's been a week, I figured I'll do another spread. So I'm going to cut the cards, and then here we go. And still got a lot of pentacles. Okay, good. I actually like this, how this is panning out. So, and I'm going to hold up the cards, and then you can see, I'm going to try to adjust there. Okay, because you don't want to look at my double chin the whole time. Probably better to look at the cards. Okay, so current situation, we have the Page of Pentacles. All right, and it's complemented by the Four of Pentacles. So, pages are kind of... Pentacles obviously represent money. Pages represent kind of can be a child, but more importantly, this is about kind of being inspired to start something fresh, potential to grow, manifest, up-level your skills. That's what the Page of Pentacles is about. And it's upright. So it's saying that, like, hey, it's time to learn something new. It's a perfect opportunity, and it's new. It's new because it's a child. The page is, a child, so it's not something you've mastered. It's something new that you're thinking about. It's a potential to grow. So, and it's being crossed by the Four of Pentacles, or actually complemented by the Four of Pentacles, I should say. So this is about being financially conscious or conscientious, whatever the word is, which I know Taurus are usually pretty good with their money. Actively being careful, watching your money flow. If you look at the Four of Pentacles, she's kind of guarded with her money. This could also be guarded emotionally as well. It's not just about money. This is, you are a Taurus, so essentially, usually Taurus is associated with any kind of financial stuff, but guarded nonetheless, emotionally, money-wise. And it's not a bad thing. It's just being financially conscious, but it's also about being conscious, guarding yourself too as well, coming out of something that and I know you just recently got divorced, so it's not surprising that you're in these kind of fresh stages. What's currently on your mind is the Nine of Wands. Not surprising, the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card, so it's kind of, you know what, I've been through this, I got the battle scars to prove it, but at the same time, I'm definitely poised to move on. It's kind of funny this came out after, you going to the hospital and everything, but this is kind of saying, like, I'm not going to use this victim mentality. I'm going to pull myself up by the bootstraps, and I'm going to keep going. In the recent past, you have the Three of Pentacles reversed. Not surprising, because Pentacles, again, it talks about household practicality, and it's reversed. So if you look at it upright, the Three of Pentacles talks about having a really strong foundation, and kind of being the architect, if you will, of your own life. It is in the past. It is coming up reversed, so it's kind of saying, hey, I was in a situation that's just no longer serving me. It's no longer strong. It's no longer viable. Okay, so you're moving on from that, which I love, because in the future you have the Sun card. So we go kind of through the current situation, which is kind of being guarded with your money, with your time, with your heart. getting out of a situation that was not the best foundation for you, moving to the best card you can get in the deck, which is the Sun card. It's the best card. I mean, it can represent children, doesn't have to necessarily moving forward, but it's a very happy card. So there's a lot of stuff you kind of have to go through, and because of your attitude and gratefulness and like your mentality, this is a promise of a better future, and it is coming out in your future, literally. The foundation for your spread is the Temperance card reversed. So Temperance is patience. It's the card of Sagittarius. It is reversed, so it does kind of denote a little bit of impatience. But it is about focusing on your inner peace and not what's going on around you, coming back into alignment, so to speak. So it's in the foundation for your spread. So you do need this time to feel out of sorts, to figure out what you're going to do. And I think you do have a handle on it, and you don't have to make any major decisions necessarily. You're kind of just coming out of this. And with this beautiful Sun card in the future. Now, also with the major arcana, we're talking about life lessons. The minor arcana are temporary energies, but the major obviously are life lessons. The Temperance card also, to me, is the Two of Cups, which is the soulmate card, and the alchemist of, either calling your soulmate in or, having your soulmate with you. The opposite is letting go of your soulmate. And obviously we have more than one soulmate in our lifetime. And if you are going through a divorce, totally makes sense. Out with the old, in with the new. But there is patience involved, and you don't want to rush into anything. So really all of this energy here is very slow moving energy of getting yourself settled back in for your new life. The Sun card is not necessarily a fast moving energy. It's, represents Leo, so it is a fiery energy. And there's no hurry here. This is like divine timing. This is just getting yourself feeling, better, basically, financially, physically, emotionally, however you want to look at it. So moving on to the other side. See, we have a lot of pentacles. I love it. Okay. So how you feel about the situation, the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So the Seven of Pentacles reversed is kind of like, I've put a lot of work into myself. I put a lot of work into other people, put a lot of work into my relationships, into my work. And am I doing this? What is the payout for this? This is kind of can be a little bit discouraging because sometimes you might feel like, this is actually a fellow Virgo, so it does represent Virgo. This is actually kind of falls in alignment with what you're going in. You have to kind of rebuild. You kind of have to start over, not necessarily from scratch, because you have put in a lot of work. So it's not like you're starting over from scratch. But there is this, feeling that, I put a lot of work into into myself, into my life. And it's like, it's kind of turned upside down. But the Seven of Pentacles is still, reaping what you sow. And so it's like, this is just basically how you feel about the situation. You kind of, I don't want to say have an uphill battle, but, you do have, more work that needs to be done, even though you've put in a ton of work. And so it's a little bit of discouragement, but it's a minor arcana. And it's just it does kind of represent maybe feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or it's like, man, I got to start all over again, sort of a thing. External influences is the Queen of Pentacles, obviously the Taurus Queen. It does kind of say that you have a lot of support around you, a lot of nurturing. I don't know if this is a mother figure, or if you are close with your mother, or if your mother has passed and is a guide for you. But coming up in your external, there is a lot of support of the female kind. So again, however you choose to read that, but a lot of times the Queen of Pentacles does literally mean the mom. So I love it. It's very nurturing. It's very healthy. It's very practical energy of how am I going to get through all of this? Oh, you can do it. You have a lot of support. And like I said, whether this is in the 3D or the 5D or both or however, I do like the Queen of Pentacles at all times when she shows up, especially in your external, because it does denote like, okay, I have a lot of support. And she is coming across to me as a mother. So again, if your mom is still here, it kind of denotes like, yeah, definitely she is rooting for you. If she isn't, and she's passed on, she's still rooting for you. and is probably one of your spirit guides. If you subscribe, not everybody else subscribes to that, but that's kind of what I'm getting intuitively. Hopes and fears is the Seven of Cups reversed. So the Seven of Cups reversed talks about being overwhelmed, especially after emotional upset. So if you look at these cups, there's like many things in these cups, and they're all different. So it is kind of being overwhelmed by choices. This is just a fear, and not only just overwhelmed by choices, but just overwhelmed in general. Like, okay, I'm trying, I got a lot of stability here, but every once in a while, maybe in the middle of the night or whenever you do all your thinking, you're like, I'm a little overwhelmed because now I am somewhat alone. I have to start over again, and can I do this? Okay, so a little bit of feeling of being overwhelmed. But it is a fear. But as we know, our fears can become reality if we feed into them. But at this point, it's showing up as a fear. Now, in your outcome, I'm probably going to take some clarifiers here. You have the Three of Wands reversed. So the Three of Wands typically means that you, it's like a good luck card, but it's more than just a good luck card. It's like, hey, I've kind of earned this. It's not like a lottery good luck card. It's like, I've kind of earned this, waiting for your ships to come in. But when the Three of Wands is reversed, it is about playing it safe, kind of limiting your growth and potential, kind of stifling yourself from flying away, kind of stifling yourself a little bit. So it is coming out in your outcome. So, it does kind of align with everything here, except this Sun card in the future, which could also be looked as an outcome. But at this point, this outcome is kind of saying, hey, you're playing it safe. And I'm not saying that that's good or bad. I'm actually going to take a couple clarifiers here. So, yep, we got the Nine of Swords reversed, which the Nine of Swords talks about anxiety, depression, but it's reversed. So it's like, hey, I'm aware of this and I'm working on it. But it can definitely hinder moving forward. And we have the Seven of Wands, which is Seven of Wands is this like being on the defense. So, there's that kind of energy of, again, being guarded, kind of having to defend yourself, kind of being, knowing that, hey, I have to go through the grief process. This is totally normal. So it does make sense coming out in your outcome to take it slow. Not that Wands necessarily denotes slow, because it represents the fire sign, but being reversed, it's kind of saying that, like, you do have a lot of passion. You can move forward with this, but at this point, you might be playing it a little too safe, which I know Taurus can do. So it's good to play it safe, but, again, at the same time, you do want to kind of branch out and get out there and, and be happy. Yep, you want to heal. Three of Swords reversed. So the Three of Swords obviously is the card of heartbreak, grief, third-party situations, breakups, but it's reversed, meaning that this is well behind you and you've already started the healing process. Swords start coming out, you begin healing. So you have two cards in the outcome that are totally about healing, going through the natural progression of loss and heartbreak, okay, in your outcome, and coming out to be like, yeah, I'm a little defensive, I'm a little guarded, sure. But you know what? I'm going to be a little cautious right now until I feel that it's time to spread my wings and fly. And at this point, again, you're fresh out of it, so you're not quite ready. Not quite ready. Bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, we have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords does talk about a rest. I like the Four of Swords upright because it's kind of a rest that you initiate. So it's about reaching your first milestone. You need to recharge, take a break, clear your mind, meditate. So at the bottom of the deck, we don't see coming. Hey, you could look at it as like, hey, I am justifying a spa day. But it does kind of talk about taking a much needed break. So it could be that you have a vacation coming up. This is at the bottom of the deck that you don't see coming. So maybe something surprise. I don't know. But the Four of Swords is wonderful. It's like you've been through a lot. You've kind of reached the first milestone, kind of dealt with a lot of stuff, and now it's time to, keep moving forward. So, Carrie, I'm sorry this took so long. I hope it resonated with you. Again, you did get some of the same cards. If I remember, you got a lot of Pentacles, but it's a really good reading. Positive. Again, it's like you're still in the healing process. You got the happiest card of the major arcana, which is a Sun, which does, kind of trump any of the bad cards. But obviously, you had to go through it to get to here. So I hope that helped. And thank you for being so patient. And I will upload this to Sarah.